Greetings of the day. Welcome to all the viewers, students for understanding business analytics. I am Dr. Sateesh Kumar T K, Assistant Professor at Department of Commerce, Kristu Jayanti College. Today we shall understand one of the emerging and important topics under the business analytics, that is digital data. So digital data is one of the prime concept under the business analytics, and for the today session we're going to have the agenda for the digital data, namely the meaning of digital data, the sources of digital data types. So these are the three things we shall be covering in the current session. So let us deep dive into the digital data. What is digital data? So digital data, we can understand from the many of the researchers, many of the scholars have identified digital data as a data which is originate from wide range of sources, reflecting the diverse ways in which information is created, captured, processed in a digital form. So all the digital information, digital data are called as the things which are generated, which are stored, which are communicated through the digital devices, which are primarily in the form of a binary. So that will be called digital data. Let us go for the next topic, that is sources of digital data. Under the source of digital data, the first source what we are going to see or what we can observe is digital devices. The data which is generated by various digital devices such as computers, smartphones, tablets, digital cameras, wearable devices, sensors, all the Internet of Things devices. So all the information which we are gathering through all the devices such as computers, smartphones, tablets. These devices collect the data from the surroundings, their interaction with the users, and the internal processing of such information received through the online or maybe offline connectivity through internet or intranet. The second source of digital data is online platforms and services. These are the websites, social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, like this, and online forums such as people will going to discuss about the employees, customers, everything like Glassboard. All those will be covered as a online platform where the organization can collect the information. Even the e-commerce sites such as the online retailers, Amazon, Flipkart, all those will be comes under the e-commerce sites. The third one is cloud-based services, which gives a large amount of data through the interaction between the customers, employees, and other stakeholders. So those interactions, those transactions, those uploading and downloading of the data will be captured as an online platform and services. The third digital data source is the sensors and the instruments. The sensor means those sensors which are embedded or incorporated into the machinery, vehicles, infrastructures, or any other equipments where the sensors are kept, that is going to capture the informations such as the temperature, pressure, humidity, location, motion of the individuals, group, or the machines will be captured. All the forms of the digital information captured through the sensors is the third form of the sources of digital data. Coming to the fourth source is the communication which we do on a day-to-day basis, such as the data which is transferred, received through the internet, intranets, local area networks, wide area networks, wireless networks, and telecommunications networks. So all those virtual private networks or voice over internet protocols, like video conferencing, these are the platforms where we are going to capture the digital communications. The fifth one is digital transactions. All the financial transactions conducted by the individuals, which are primarily in the form of online banking, mobile payment systems, or maybe e-commerce platforms, or maybe cryptocurrency. These are converted into the digital form, and these are in the form of purchases, the information related to the transfers, information related to the payments, all the data related to the account balances will be captured as a digital transactions. So the fifth one is digital transactions where the company can realize. The sixth one is digital content creation. All those things such as the things which are used by the individuals or the group of individuals like company, they are going to use the different things to create certain process such as the graphic designs, softwares, or any other things which is going to be uploaded for creating videos, images, audio recording, multimedia presentations. These are the another form wherein which we can find the digital content. The digital content will be converted into digital data. The seventh one is the data logging and recording system. These are the systems, or these are the devices wherein which data is stored, or data is uploaded in the form of like any other flat files or any other files to the data warehouses, where the data management systems are recording, stored, and analyze the all those digital data which are for processing, operations, and all other activities related to the like manufacturing, healthcare, transportation, or any other things. So that is the seventh aspect of the the digital data sources, that is data logging and recording systems. The eighth one is the digital surveys and feedbacks. In the general context, what we are going to find in the day-to-day operations or day-to-day transaction, the customers will be prompted for an response, or maybe a surveys, or maybe a type of questionnaires, or maybe a feedback that will be collected as a the output from the customers regarding their preferences, opinions, behavior, and demographic informations. So these are the digital data sources for an organization that can used for collecting and the data, processing the data, and for analyzing the such data, so that the organization can infer, can draw the conclusion about the data. Now we shall go for the another aspect, that is the digital data types. What is digital data types? Let us understand the meaning of digital data types. The data can be categorized. The digital data can be categorized into various types based on the nature of information. What is the first one? Nature of information it represents, and the second is the format in which it is stored or transmitted. So let us revise once again. The digital data is something which can be categorized based on what? The nature of information. Second one, the format in which it is stored or transmitted. So how we are going to categorize? Based on the nature of the information, and second one, the format in which it is stored or transmitted. Right, okay. Then what are the last aspect for the today's session, or the last concept what we are going to develop on is digital data types. First one is text data. This includes all the alphanumerical characteristics such as words, sentences, paragraph, documents. These are basically a non-numerical type of data which are stored in the form of a text, a paragraph, sentence, and it will be in the converted into the documents, emails, web pages, and any other textual content. The second data type is the numerical data, the data which is expressed in the form of a number, which could be an integer, floating points, then percentage, currency amounts, or maybe the date format. It is used to is basically used for quantitative measurement such as calculations, statistical analysis in the field of finance, engineering, science, and economics. Let us go for the third type of the data types, that is image data. The data which is representing graphical images composed of pixel arranged in a grid. It includes digital photographs, graphics, icons, charts, diagrams, which are can be stored in the different formats such as JPEG, PNG kind of thing. So this is the third type of data types, right? That is image data. The fourth one we are going to understand as a audio data, the data which is considered as sound waves that can be represented, recorded, or synthesized in the sounds, speech, music, and other auditory information, which is commonly stored as the very famous format is MP3 or OGG. These are the very we can find across the digital data types. Let us go for the fifth one, that is video data types. These are the sequence of images or the frames captured over a time along with the accompanying audio tracks. Sometimes it can have an audio or sometimes without the audio. It includes digital video, movies, television broadcast, multimedia presentation. The famous format, it could be a MP4 format. The sixth one is binary data, the data which can be consist of the 0 and 1. Binary means 2. 2 means 0 or 1, which is basically representing to machines so that machine can read those information at the lowest level. It includes all those executable codes, binary files, firmware, and data stored in the binary formats. The very famous is binary data, which is a machine level language, which is understandable, which is used to communicate to the machines, which is understandable only by the machines. The seventh one is structured data. This is one of the data which is used for day-to-day operations, which are basically used across the industry, whether it's a finance or maybe marketing or pharma. Wherever you are going to find, it will be a more structured data. What is the structured data? It is a data which is organized in the predefined format, such as a schema. It's having a well-defined fields and data types. It is commonly represented with, generally with a tabular format, such as spreadsheets, database, and most widely used is CSV format, that is comma separated values. However, nowadays we can also find JSON files, that is JavaScript object notation documents. Coming to the other data formats where we can find maximum is unstructured data. 80% of the communication across the globe is unstructured data, where it can be having any format. That means it is lacking the predefined any format or any organization, that it is it's a in the form of a free format, or it could be a multimedia content or social media post or emails or sensors. As I told, this is the one of the largest found data, that is unstructured data. The ninth one is metadata. This is the data about the data. The what is very simple. If you can understand, metadata is nothing but data about data. Metadata provides a descriptive information about the data types, such as who has created, when it's created, what are the attributes, what are the timestamps, or that is the time it's created, and the relation. And the last one is semi-structured, which is falls between the structured and unstructured data. So the semi-structure, which can be much utilized for the analysis, and this is also one of the widely found data across the organizations. So today we have covered the what is called digital data, what are the types, and what are the sources of the digital data. Thank you very much.